Hi, I'm Amy Bodkin, Special Needs Consultant at a Charlotte Mason Plenary. Today we're going to be talking about principle number 4 from Charlotte Mason's 20 Principles. This is part of our free 20 Principle study over at a Charlotte Mason Plenary website. If you haven't seen Rachel's video about principle number 4, I highly recommend that you take a look at it. She digs pretty deep into where Charlotte Mason was coming from when creating this principle. I tend to break the principles up into 3 sections. The first section I call the body or physical because it tends to regulate how we treat children physically. And then the next section after principle number 8 I call the mind section because it tends to talk about how we treat children's mind. And then the last section I call the soul or spirit because it tends to talk more about how we treat that spark of the child that isn't their body and isn't their mind and is what gives them value as people. So without further ado, principle number 4. These principles are limited by the respect due to the personality of children, which must not be encroached upon, whether by the direct use of fear or love, suggestion or influence, or by undue play upon any one natural desire. The previous principle was discussing the importance of authority, and we all live under some sort of authority because one person's freedom ends where another person's begins. However, that authority cannot be exerted over someone in a way that is manipulative, leads to gaslighting, or in any way abusive. And unfortunately, even in our society today, there are many times that authority is exerted over children in an abusive way. Think how many times you have seen, or even yourself on occasion, tried to motivate children with fear. And that can cause a lot of anxiety for children. It's not okay to scare children. That can send them into fight or flight and cause a lot of serious health problems on down the road. It's also not okay to exert authority over children using love. We want them to experience healthy love. Love that is tied to actions is not healthy. Do this for Mama because you love me, please. No, just do it because you want to. There are logical reasons why this might be beneficial. Give them the opportunity to choose. And besides, do you really want to be loved by somebody who feels like it's their duty to love you or to avoid some kind of consequence? No, I think you as a parent want to be loved because they choose to love you. Children feel the same way. They want that healthy love. That healthy love is what develops confidence and self-esteem later. And then undue play on natural desires. How many times do we say, if you do this, you get a piece of candy, or you get a treat, or if you'll not do this, then, you get such and such, or if you do this, then I'm going to take away this. I'll take away your computer time. That's punishing. Now, that's a little bit different when you have natural consequences. If this happens, then this is going to be the natural result of that. And that's a very natural, normal part of life. And so that's fine. But when we try to manipulate children's behavior by getting them to do what we want, by taking away their things or giving them things, that creates a sense of instability because they can't depend on their things being their things, or on being able to have things without having to give up who they choose to be. And there's also influence and suggestion. And this is where gaslighting can come in. Because, a child might say, I feel this particular way, and then you say, no, you don't feel that way at all. This is how you actually feel, and this is why you're doing this. Well, that's then telling them that the way they see the world is incorrect. They see the world the way they see it from their perspective. You see it the way you see it from your perspective. Both are valid. They're both perspectives. And so trying to tell a child that what they see isn't real, that's very dangerous because it teaches them not to trust themselves. And we have to be able to trust ourselves as we're going through and making choices. When we doubt ourselves, it leads to a lack of self-confidence and makes it very difficult to move through life making decisions and doing the things that we need to do to be able to flourish as the people that we are, the best version of ourselves. So, if we can't use those things, what can we use? That is going to be in our next principle video, Principles 5 and 6. Make sure you click the bell so you get notified anytime a new video comes out on the Charlotte Mason Plenary YouTube channel, and make sure you subscribe. And I will see you guys next time with Principles number 5 and 6. Thank you.